In Perashat Vayesheb, we read about the dramatic moment when Yosef is thrown into a pit by his brothers. So for this video, I thought it'd be nice for you to join me as I travel to a very unique place known as Bor Yosef, the pit believed to be the actual pit that Yosef was thrown into in Dothan. So here I am on the way to visit Dothan. I'm part of an organized tour with my friend Shimi behind the camera. Erev Shabbat, Perashat Vayesheb, every year they have a tour with security escort coordinated with the IDF. It's a 3-hour tour. Hopefully we'll come back safely.
Passenger set sail that day for a 3-hour tour.
There's Bor Yosef. There's a fig tree growing in the pit. There must be water in the pit if there's a tree growing out of it. Look at these pictures that I found on the internet, on Google Maps. You'll see that the fig tree is relatively new. So a few years ago, I could see in the pictures it wasn't there. And until today, it's grown pretty rapidly. I'm standing now on top of Tel Dothan. There was a city here in the time of the First Temple period. And all around down below is the valley, Amek Dothan. We saw some pits down there, Borot Maim. We always read Perashat Vayesheb in the winter around December time, but from the clues, most likely the story happened in the summer. And that's why the brothers with their sheep, they kept going north. They started in Hebron, which is south, close to the desert. That's where the least amount of rain falls in the winter time. As you go further north, more rain and more chance of finding vegetation when the summer comes. So they went all the way to Shechem, but Yosef, of course, finds that they're not there. They went even further north to Dothan, and that's where he goes to find them. And even when he gets there, there are a lot of borot. Now, the reason that there's a lot of pits of water and no springs or anything like that is because the rock in this part of the country is what's known in Hebrew as kirton. It's a solid, sealed rock. Water cannot penetrate. So in order to get to water, you have to dig. The best place to dig is in the valley because you're closer to the level of the water table. And even in the pit that they threw him in, there was no water. So it must have been a year where there was not a lot of rain in the winter. And in the summer, everything's very dry. He had to come all the way to Dothan to look for them. The valley, like I mentioned before, is part of a trade route. It runs across Israel east-west, avoiding obstacles, avoiding the mountains, going in the flat land. And that's where the caravan of Ishmaelim were. That's where they got Yosef and brought him down to Mitzrayim. Just a word about the name Dothan. So it comes from Dut, which is a pit, just like a bor. Because, as mentioned, in this valley there are a lot of pits for collecting rainwater or reaching water from the depths. We have in Masechet Rosh Hashanah, Hatokea l'toch habor or l'toch hadut. Someone blows a shofar into a pit, and it mentions a bor and a dut. Now, if you hear the actual voice of the shofar, you're yotzeh, but if you just hear the echo, then you're not yotzeh. So the difference between a bor and a dut, according to Mufashim, is that a bor is a pit that is dug, whereas a dut is sort of a pit that you build. Perhaps like this one, sort of built, the walls are built. So that's the name Dothan. I hope this video enhanced your appreciation of the story of Yosef. I know for me, seeing the landscape and the geography greatly increased my understanding of the context of the story. Thanks so much to the IDF for keeping us safe all the time, anywhere in Eretz Yisrael. And Hanukkah Sameach. Thanks for watching.